Welcome to our DenDisign demo. Once we have access dendesign.com, we will just click here to log in. You will have your credentials, username, and password, and you log in. Once you log in, it will redirect you to our main page, which is our patient management page. As you can see, DenDisign is a cloud-based software, so you do not need to download anything or have any special storage for it. It just needs a connection to internet, and it is completely cloud-based. So this would be where we have all our patients. This would be our profile with your information, clinics, billing information, and then we have the language. I have it set to English, and I will be showing you how to create a new patient. So what we're going to do is click here. We are going to give our patient a name, select a birth date, gender, clinic, and then we click next. We are going to click aligners because that's what we're going to be working with, and we have two options with the design, either in-house or designed by orthodontist. In this case, I will be showing you an in-house design, and I click the option to export the STLs. We click next. It is mandatory to upload the STLs, so I'm going to go ahead and choose my upper, and I'm going to choose my lower arch. Perfect. Once we've got that, we click next. I'm also going to upload pictures of my patient. Let's do frontal. Let's do profile. And here I will just click on the smiling one. Perfect. Then we click next. I also have the option to do intraoral. I will not be doing this today, but you can upload your intraoral photographs. Next, we have the option to upload x-rays. I will be uploading an x-ray. Perfect. And we have the option to upload a CBCT. If we upload a CBCT, we will be able to integrate the real roots into the treatment. So once I've uploaded everything I want, I just click finish, and my patient is successfully added. So it will tell me now if I want to design, or if I want to do it later, we will click on design now. So it will redirect us to our designer website, and we have 6 steps. What we are trying to do with DenDisign is to put edition tools, design tools, and production tools all in one software. That way you won't have to use various programs to get these 3 things done. So we have 6 steps. I will, since it's in Spanish, I will change the language. I click here, I click on language, and I click in English. We can also upload any language that you need. Once we check our STL files are correct, we click next. And we will go on to our second step, which is the STL edition. So here we can see our file. We're going to go ahead and start with the STL position. We need to center the models on the grid. This will help with AI segmentation to be more precise. So it is mandatory we position our STLs correctly. Occlusal plane and midline. Once we've done that, we can go ahead to our smooth tool. So I can smooth out any parts of the mesh that I'd like to. For example, here, I would like to smooth out with shift. I can smooth out my mesh. For example, here. Okay, perfect. So once we have that, we can save and go on to the base cut. So we have upper arch and lower arch. We're going to start doing the upper. So we just have to set where we want to cut the base, and if we want some height or extrusion of that base. So in this case, I will do it this way, and I can select if I want a hollow interior or if I don't want it to be hollow. And if I do want it to be hollow, I can select the wall thickness. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go on to my lower arch and do exactly the same thing. I'm going to position the plane where I want it to cut, ask for a bit of height, and calculate. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. And we're on the next step, which is segmentation. So we have the option to paint manually or AI detection. So that's what we're going to be doing. And here we have it. So as you can see, it is very, very precise. I just have to delete some of this. So with Control and my left button on the mouse, I can erase. Okay, for example, I want to erase this. Perfect. Everything else looks good. If I wanted to paint, I can paint with Shift and left button of my mouse. Here, just this. Perfect. And here. Okay. Other than that, it is perfect. So we're going to go ahead and click Next. And we are on to axes and roots. So if I integrate the CBCT, I do not have to do this step. And since I have not uploaded it, I will just calculate automatically my roots and axes. It will measure the crown's length and it'll calculate the direction of the root. So once we have it, if we like it, we can click Next. We can also modify ourselves some roots if we want to modify their position. Okay, for example, this one, and the rest is looking okay. So once we like all the position of our roots, we just click Next. And we're on to the treatment. So I'm going to be showing you all our tools. First, we have our information section where we have a chat. We can chat with our clients. We also have the information and the request of the case. We have the files we've uploaded. If we upload intraoral, we will have them here, which is very useful to compare with the STL files. And we also have the modification part where it shows us what modifications our clients have asked us for. We have down here the timeline. We have the views of the arches, frontal view, top view, lower, right and left, from behind. Also, we have the grid, which is very helpful for leveling and measuring. And on the right side, we have all our tools. We have our layers, where we can see the occlusogram. It is in real time. So as we move our teeth, we see what movements we have. We can have more precise detail or not as much. Then we have IPR, interdental distances, attachments, TADs that I will be showing you as we design our treatment. In our panel, we have our evolution panel, which I will be showing you as we stage the treatment. We will be adding aligners and key steps. We have the movement table, where we will be seeing step-by-step accumulation or total of our movements. And we have a very useful tool, the Bolton table, which is going to give us the ratio and also the mesial distal distance of each of our teeth. This is very helpful also. We have our movement table, which is how we're going to be planning our treatment, IPR calculation, attachments, and TADs. So I will be starting with distalizing the first quadrant. If I had a third molar, I can extract it. For example, here I don't have, but I will show you how to do it. If I wanted to extract this tooth, I just click remove, and it asks me if I want to do it in all the steps. So I click continue, and if I didn't want it there, it would be gone. If I want to activate it again, I just go to my panel, I click on the tooth I extracted, which is my tooth number 17, and I can add from step 1. Perfect. So let's go ahead and click on various teeth so I can distalize. I will take into consideration my lower arch and I will start moving until I've achieved somewhat of a class 1. Perfect. This makes it very easy um, for the selection of and moving of a lot of teeth. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my multiplane and give it some expansion, this one too, and this one. With the multiplane, it is very easy to move. We have torque, tip, rotation, pure, then we have mesial in, mesial out, intrusion, extrusion. So for example, this would be what I want. Now, a very useful tool that I always have on when I'm designing are the interdental distances, because I can see as I move how much of a collision or how much interproximal contact I have between each teeth. So if I want to get this one out, I would. Let's plan here some extrusion, and I see that I have a contact of minus 0.3. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. So this is what I have till now. I will go ahead and do my anterior sector. Okay, great. So we have it. Now we have to calculate our steps and stage our treatment. So I'm going to click 0, Control 1, and calculate the steps in between. Perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and stage my treatment. Since I know it's a distalization and I have very little aligners or steps, I will be staging my treatment. We can either do a final position and calculate, or we can do it by using key steps. Okay, so we will be seeing the color green, which are very predictable movements. Orange, which is tip and torque, is the color orange because they are less predictable movements. And if we would see one in red, is that it is not predictable at all. So I am going to start. Amazing. Let's see. Okay, I'm having a little collision here, so I would like to 13 to move away. Okay, perfect. Now I have to calculate my IPR. Amazing. Okay, I just have to do some here. I can also modify the IPR. If I want it to be in just one stage, I could move it always to previous steps. I could never move it to steps after, because if not, the movement would not generate itself. So if I want it here, I can just um, give my patient one appointment instead of having various appointments. So perfect. I'm happy with what I have. I like my staging, 20 aligners. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my attachments. As I was telling you before, we have the movements table where I can see step by step how much movement I have in each tooth. Okay. And if I wanted to see accumulated, it would be the accumulated movements I have from step 0 to step 7, 8, 9, or till the end of the treatment. And if I want to see the total, this one does not change because it is the total movement of the teeth in the treatment. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put my attachments. So we have an attachment library. We can put them manually if I wanted to. And I can change the size, length, I can change thickness, and I can select where I want it to start and where I want it to end. Okay, I can also calculate automatically my attachments. Perfect. And if I don't like something, I can just delete it. I can also modify. For example, if I don't like this one, I just click on it and I can change it. Okay. If I don't like the placement, I can always move them, rotate them, and change their size. So if I like what I see, I can go ahead and do my tabs. If I wanted to, for example, have a button cutout, okay, it also asks me where I want it, how I want it. I can change position, I can change size, I can change thickness, and I can select in what step I want it in, okay? If I wanted to, I have bite ramps, anterior ramps, posterior, so I'm gonna go ahead, select the tooth, and put my ramp. In this case, it would be posterior, perfect. So I go ahead and I can change the size, position, and thickness. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side. Great. Okay. And go ahead and change the thickness. Perfect. I also have negative attachments like pressure points. If I'd like to put one, I just select the tooth and I select a pressure point. You will see them in the color red. Okay. So now we're going to click next. And we're on to our final position, our final step, where it's production and publishing. So we still have our layers. We can activate the occlusogram to see how our teeth move during the treatment. We can see what contacts we have in our final position. We can see how much IPR we have to do, how interdental distances during the treatment. And also we have labeling. If I wanted to label my aligners, I click on the tooth where I want to label it. And I can modify the size of the label and it will be showing throughout the treatment. Okay, we also have very nice tool, the blockers. Every time the system detects we have more than 0.6 millimeters, it will automatically add a blocker. Okay, we can also add it manually. For example, if here I don't like the position or the size, I can modify thickness, I can put it wherever I want, and I can also add it manually if I want to. So I just click on the number, on the distance, I add a blocker. It's going to ask me where I want it. So I'm going to put in all the steps and I can also modify and change the thickness and size. Okay, perfect. So once I've got that done, I can also set up my fixture. Okay, this is for production and printing, and I can move it depending on what art I have, so I can make sure it prints correctly and none of my holes are in my model. Okay, I can also add the base. Okay, I can rotate if I want to. So this is perfect for me. We can also personalize the fixture. If you have a specific printer and you need to add it, we can upload it for you and make it personalized. So once we've got this, I'm going to go ahead and print my liners. I don't have to print all the treatment. I can select what I want to print. So I'm going to go ahead and select from 1 to 3. For example, if I only want to print out 3 aligners, or I can print out 10, I can print out 14. So once I select from where to where I want to download, it's going to enable the download STL tool. So once I click, I download my STL files. And there I have it. I'm going to go ahead and click here, open my templates, my files, and I will be able to view my STLs with the movements and the fixture and the blockouts wherever I have them. So I hope you've enjoyed our demo, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate and contact us.